let's start with our today's lecture. That is
Okay.
first day of our Selenium training. Okay, and my name is Abhijit, and I am in this industry from the past 15 plus years. And you can say I am as a developer, then I am as a tester, then I'm now as a trainer. Okay, so I have done my post graduation MCA in
Mhm.
2008. Okay, so let's start in this category. So, welcome to the first day of our Selenium training. So,
Uh,
yeah,
sorry, are you currently working or you are permanently working as a trainer?
I'm currently working as a trainer as well as developer as well as this is my hobby because I want to connect with
Okay.
the market. So, this is my hobby to train the people, and this is my
Okay.
profession as well. And I have and do the projects as well at you can say partly basis or you can say part time. And I have do in the can say developing as well in little bit, not that much because
Okay.
there is not much time left after these all these activities.
Okay.
So I'm in this industry, IT industry from the past 15 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you are new to Selenium, or maybe you are working as a Selenium project, or maybe you want to clear interview. We will be going in a very systematic manner and covering each and every aspect of the Selenium. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
oh,
don't worry about your knowledge regarding Selenium, as we will cover each and every topic in detail. We will learn C sharp, we will learn Selenium, and cover each and every aspect of Selenium. Now, to learn
oh.
Selenium, we
And
have
I have
actually,
doubt.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Only C Sharp and Selenium, or you are covering Flow, Azure, those kind of things.
Yeah, I will go into that in the deep. Just you can see over here if you go to our site seleniumtraining.com and this is Selenium C sharp training. These are all the concepts. Okay, and till this is C sharp and it is more than enough to learn Selenium. Okay, then after that we have then our N unit, then Selenium, then we have some exercises, then we will go for our live project, you can say. Okay, we will go with spec flow. Okay, so these are all the courses. You will get all the knowledge if you are new to C sharp, if you are old to C sharp, because you can say you are not touch in the touch from the past 4 years. So
Yes.
it is more than enough to learn Selenium. We don't go too deep. Okay, this is more than enough.
Okay.
Okay,
How many years can I put in my resume
how
after our
many?
course?
How many?
Years of experience can I keep in my resume after
If you
our course?
start because you don't have any, I think so. You can say don't have any knowledge, but you can do like if you done framework. So if you have the knowledge, you can go with the I don't know, but we will pass your resume. And Ashish has told you, I think so, that he will pass your resume to some companies that he is known to, and he will help you out in getting the job.
Okay.
Okay, but it's depend on you that after that how many maybe after 1 month you can say that you will know that what is Selenium, that how to do coding and how to do can say parts in the coding. Okay? We will go
Okay.
into a very systemic manner. Just go through it. We will learn C sharp. We will learn Selenium. We will build frameworks. Okay, to say these are the things, and you say in order to learn Selenium. You you must have the knowledge of WebDriver, grid, and unit, and lots of other things. When we actually learn while learning Selenium, and don't be afraid of these terms, as I will be telling you each and every topic in detail in the coming classes. Okay, that you can say how to build a framework. Okay, and there will have frameworks available by Selenium, and we will be discussing them. Okay, now before we actually jump onto training, let us take a few questions which are being asked by many people. As you are new to Selenium, you will have many questions in your mind. Okay, I think so. The other guy has asked me something. Mm, okay, manual tester, Selenium Java 3 years ago, and now I started learning C Sharp partially till now. Okay, okay, Akash. So it will be easy for you to learn C Sharp as you are familiar with Selenium. It will be easy for you, but we will start from the basics because we don't go with the. You can say if I am going to teach you the counting of 1 to 100, I will not start with 15. I will start with 1. Okay, so it will be easy for you. So first of all, what is Selenium? This is a main interview question. It's basic interview question that what is Selenium? Okay, so anybody can answer that.
Mm, Selenium is a framework which is used to automate the test cases.
Yeah, but suppose if I want to say, if you give me one line introduction of Selenium, so how will you say it? If I go to Selenium
This is a
dot,
tool which is used to automate test cases.
yeah,
That's
it's
it,
a
right?
test, automate for test cases. And if
Mm,
you go to our website, it
mm,
says Selenium automates browsers. That's it.
mm.
The very
Okay.
important point, it is used for automating web-based application, web-based browsers.
Okay.
And it is not at all used for automating the desktop application. This is a very important point. It is not at all for automating the desktop applications. It is only automates browsers. Okay. And as far
Okay.
as browsers are concerned, it supports all browsers, whether it is Firefox, Chrome, you can say Opera, Safari, Edge, anywhere. It supports all the browsers. Okay, but as a tester, you must have a knowledge of any programming language. And in our case, we have going for C sharp. Okay, okay. Now these I already told you that these are the modules that which we will cover. You can see over here, Selenium C sharp, and go to our Selenium C sharp training. These are the course content, and by clicking on this icon, you can go for this. That what are the concepts that which we are covering. Okay, now and I simply say that the Selenium training will give you an overview about all the topics which are required in order to learn Selenium WebDriver. Okay, first of all, see that it is recording. Uh, yeah, it is recording. Now, next question is, will you cover some live projects and frameworks? And we will cover we will cover framework in the coming training. It will be an end-to-end implementation on a live application. You will know how to generate reports, how to email the reports in the end, how to add screenshots in the project, how to run test cases, okay, how to implement your test cases. Everything will be discussed. Okay. Now, next question is, I want to use Selenium in my project. Can you help? The answer is yes. We will be helping out you in your project. We have a team here which can help you. Also, we have a forum. If you see, go over in our website and you can see over here. If I log in, okay, suppose here. Okay, now you see there is query resolution forum. You can click on it and ask your questions here by clicking on ask a question. Okay, so you can ask your question here and we will revert you back. Okay, now coming back to our next question that how much C sharp is required. Okay, so in our again I will go to our training and you can say in our course in the first part till this string classes this we will cover all the C sharp concepts. Okay, now and it is more than enough. Mostly people which are coming to us to learn Selenium doesn't know C sharp. They are coming from manual background or maybe from other background. So don't worry, you will learn C sharp with Selenium. Many people think that they know Selenium, but actually they doesn't know much about Selenium. You have to learn C sharp or any other programming language to learn Selenium WebDriver. You will have to give some time in order to learn Selenium. Now, next question is, I want to learn Selenium and clear interviews. Well, to learn Selenium and clear interviews, it requires 2 weeks. But if you want to learn professionally and build a project by yourself, it will take around 6 to 8 weeks. It takes time, and after full training, you will learn Selenium, but it will take time. Okay, so we will give you lots of exercises for C sharp and Selenium that is going to help you a lot for learning C sharp and Selenium. Okay. Now, the next question is, how tough is Selenium? It is very easy, but it requires time. You planted a plant today and also you want fruit same day. It can't be done. Okay. So next question is, how much time required to learn Selenium? Okay. I already told you that it will require some time in order to have a brief knowledge of Selenium to clear interviews. The same way this picture shows that it will take some time. But if you complete the training, then only you can achieve it. Okay. So can say, now coming to install our Visual Studio. Okay. Uh, we will go to the official site of Microsoft.com, which is visualstudio.microsoft.com, and then can say here, download, go for the community version. This version is free of cost. It is an open source IDE. So when I talking about IDE, can anybody tell me that what is the full form of IDE?
Integrated development environment.
Integrated development environment. Yes, this is the full form. Okay, so it can be asked in any interview question that what is the most comprehensive ID. So what is ID? Integrated development environment. Okay, it is an open source. Don't go for professional or enterprise. It is the paid version. Go for the community version that can be used by anybody to learn C sharp, and this is more than enough from the testing point of view. Okay, so in my case, I have already installed in my system the Visual Studio 2022, so I will not install it again. Okay, so I will just create a new project. Okay, and start with our console app, and here you see it is C sharp. Okay, then Windows, okay, then console. Okay, then click on next, and I will say your um, first module, then 24 October 7:30 p.m. Okay, now click on next and go for the .NET 8.0. It is long-term support. And if you find any problem in installing, just click the message what type of error you are getting in installing the, and you can message me or you can mail me that what type of errors you are getting. Okay. Now, so I will share you my WhatsApp number. Okay. So this is my WhatsApp number. Okay, you can share me that what types of problem you are getting. If I'm available, I will go for the small meeting, and if I'm not available, then I will pass you the message as well. Okay, so this is how our Visual Studio looks like. Okay. Now, if you see that this is how our Visual Studio look like.
Akash, sorry. Abhijit, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you please tell me your mobile number? Actually, I connected from my mobile.
Okay, okay. I will do it again. Okay. So it is 9914040 666.
9914040666, right?
Yeah, 666. And
Thank you.
okay, no worries. Okay, so this is how our Visual Studio looks like. So right now, I'm not telling you how to write code for Selenium. What I'm teaching you is C sharp. Okay, because C sharp is required. So I'm teaching you C sharp. First of all, what is C sharp? Basic concepts of C sharp, roots of C sharp, so that it will become easy for you to write Selenium code in C sharp. Okay. So first we discuss basic question or most are question. The question is that can see here that why we need to learn an unit, why an unit is required while we talk about Selenium with C sharp. I'm discussing this question because this is a very basic and interview question. If you go for the fresher or go for 6 months experience, they will surely ask you that why we need to learn an unit when there is Selenium with C sharp, why an unit is required while we talk about Selenium. Okay, to understand this, let us take an example. Okay, now suppose if I go for the example, okay, now suppose there are Selenium scripts. You can say Selenium script 1, script 2, script 3, script 4. Okay, basically you write a script in Selenium. Okay, now when we work on Selenium project, what are the requirements or what are the basic requirements? So this is say uh, Selenium script 1, this is Selenium script 2, this is Selenium script 3, this is Selenium script 4. So these are scripts I'm running. And what are the basic requirements? Well, you have to read the data from Excel or you can say text file or any other file. And uh, you need to generate reports. I will say can say read data from Excel or text file or XML file, any file, etc. Okay. Now you need to generate reports. Okay, and at the same time you want to generate HTML report, Excel report, or it can be any other report. Okay, so and at the same time you want to generate, you can say logs. Okay, so and you want to know that what happened each and every time moment, and more requirements are there. Okay, and suppose you want to generate uh, screenshots. Okay, now these are all the works which you want to do. Okay, so first of all, can anybody tell me that what are logs? So logs are, you want to know that what happened each and every time moment in my framework. So we for that we generate logs that at what time of second that this is the part we are going to go. This is the URL we have taken. This is the username we have entered. This is the password we have entered. We are getting the error on this time. We are getting the you can say pass our test case in this time. Okay, so now that is called logs. Now when we talk about Selenium, actually we are talking about writing Selenium scripts, which are this. Just writing Selenium scripts, which will just run one after the another or just run parallel, will not serve the process. That is why we learn and unit for that to organize the stuff. And say here, this is the heart of our framework, which is an unit. It will read the data from Excel file and pass to the test cases. Okay. Then it will generate the reports, generates the logs, and takes the screenshots and embed it into the reports. So it is the heart of our framework. This all things is done by an unit. This whole process that how to learn test cases parallelly, or you can say uh, just run one after the another, anything. It will all be done by an unit. It will read the data from Excel file. It will generate the report. It will do the Selenium scripting. It will generate the logs, generate the screenshots as well. But you cannot learn an unit like that. First, you have to learn C sharp. Okay. Now,
Uh,
if yeah,
Aditi,
yeah,
actually, we are using NUnit to process our test cases uh, in which manner, like parallel sequence, like that, right?
yeah,
You are
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I think for this we use pipelines, right? If I'm not wrong.
No, 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 no. We are doing, we are just discussing an unit right now. That now, now these are the things right now. You can say set script one. You want to run this test case, this test case. So how will you run it? You will give command to an unit that this I have to run. Suppose in script one, I want to open my Chrome browser, and in script two, I want to open my you can say Firefox, and in in script three, I want to open Edge browser, but I want to run it simultaneously, not one
Okay.
after the another. So how can you do it? It will be done by an unit. You will get to know
Mhm.
that how we'll do it. We you use the annotations. Okay, you will get to know that what are these annotations, how to give command that run one after another or run simultaneously. Okay, you will get to know this all thing is done by an unit. Suppose you have write the script for, you can say, test case. This is script one, but how to give command to run this? Then in this, an unit will help us to run this Selenium script. Okay, so if we go to our, you can say, Visual Studio, and over here, these are very basic questions. And suppose, uh, and I will tell all my students that what are the when you watch the recording, whatever the key points are there, just maintain your here. If Excel sheet like this, you can say uh, class. Okay, now topics. Okay, uh, watch or not, and can say uh, key points. Okay, let's say if I here. Okay, now class one. Since I say topics, I'm going back to here and say it's introduction, installing features, why C sharp is required. I will just whatever the topics here, and I will say what, why for yes and for no, and the key points, whatever I'm telling you that like what is IDE. I will say integrated development environment. These are the key things which we have done in this class. Why I'm doing this? Because whenever I go for the interview, I just read this Excel and what are the problems I want to ask in my next class here. So I can, whenever go for the interview, I just read these topics and it will be clear for me that what is the topics which we have covered. So I will ask every student in my class just go for this Excel so that it can be, because after, you can say one, two, you can say two, maybe three, maybe four. That is not working. Okay. Now After maybe 5 classes, you don't remember that what have you done in the previous class. But watching this Excel, you have done that what I have the problem I have facing in the previous classes, or what are the peak points and what I have done topics. So if you stuck somewhere, you will get back to this Excel and look for that. Okay, this is a topic. This is the problem I have to ask. So you will remember this. Okay, so just if you continue with this, you can say training, just maintain this Excel sheet. It will be helping out you in every day, because if you watch the recordings after suppose 2 months or be 3 months, so you will get to know that in first class what are the topics I have covered. Suppose someone is asked you about the topic which is in the fourth class, you just come over here in the Excel sheet and look for the, yeah, this is the topic I have covered in the class fourth. You will get to go to here, and suppose if I enroll the courses, there is a button here, batch recording. You will get to know that these are the recordings, and this is day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, day six, and so on. Okay, so you can watch that video. I have faced the problem in, can say, the topic you are facing the problem is here. So you watch, you see over here that it is the topic I am getting problem, and it is for class sixth. Okay, then you just go over here and watch class six. Okay, so this just maintain this Excel sheet if you continue the course. Okay, coming back to our Visual Studio. Now, if you see over here, this is extension is CS. It is clearly say C sharp. Okay. Now, what is this? Can say program.cs file. Now, when I can say start my project, execute my code, the control comes here for the first time. Okay. I will again repeating. Whenever I execute my code here, the control comes for the first time. Okay. Suppose if I say um, learning C sharp, or can say learning Selenium with C sharp. Okay, and say, well, first of all, I will just run this. It will give me console window, and see, you see over here that it is say learning Selenium with C sharp, but lots of things are coming over here. To eradicate this, I will just say console dot read key. Okay, and if I again execute my code, now you see only learning Selenium with C sharp is printing. Okay, so in some systems it will be, but I recommended that you should write console.read key, but because in some system this window just vanishes away. For to remain it there, just use console.read key. Okay, and remember, C sharp is case sensitive. This is very good interview question, that interview can ask you that C sharp is case sensitive or not, and the answer is C sharp is case sensitive. Okay, now if I say console.writeLine, suppose I will say console.write, okay, and say test. Okay. Now, if I run this, now you see test learning with C sharp. But if I say, suppose, like, and again run my code. Now you see test is in different line. So this is different line. Right, line. Right line takes this whole line. It will take the whole line, and the next character, the next write is in the next line. Okay, this is the difference. Many people get confused because if I just place this over here, okay, and if I run this, now you see after test will take only this thing, but console.writeLine after the test, it will take whole line because if I
Okay.
say,
Uh, for
yeah,
right line,
yeah,
it will take to new line after completion of the printing,
yeah,
right?
you will see now if I run this, if you
Yes.
see the difference,
Yes.
now you see
Correct.
test 2 is in different line.
Understand.
So after test, it will take its whole line, but before
Yes.
it cannot,
No,
but after this, it will take whole line and it will print the console.write text to in next line. It will not allow the text to word to print in this line, but it will
right
not.
line method will move to next line at end of script. Sorry, that text. It will take the cursor to next
Next
line,
line.
right?
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Okay. And you see that it is not controlling the before part, but it is
Yes.
controlling the after part. Okay. This is the main difference that console.writeLine will control the after part, not before
Right and
part.
right line are methods, right?
Yeah, pardon?
Right and right line are methods.
Yeah. You see,
Okay.
because it will not, the left, you can say left thing, it will not take control of that, but after that, it will take control. That the whole line is, you can say, with console.writeLine. But and I will say console.line test 2, so it will print on next line, not on that line. So console.writeLine will control the after part, not the before part. Okay, so this is the main difference, and this is a very good interview question, that what is the difference between console.write and console.writeLine. Console, if I say, suppose, so
Both in same line.
you see, both in the same line, it will not go in the next line. But if one console.writeLine is there, so it will take one line. Okay, so this is the main difference between our console.write and console.writeLine. Now you see, now how to debug the program. By debugging, I mean, suppose breakpoint. Now these are the 4 lines of code, but when we write the code, can say in the test cases, it will come for 100 lines, 50 lines, 200 lines, 500 lines. So I want to know that what is happening on this line. I will just and say put a breakpoint over here. This is known as breakpoint, and I'm doing is the process is known as debugging. This is again a very good interview question. That
So we just need to click there, right?
Yeah, you need to just
Oh,
go here. If you want to see what is happening on this line, just go over here, the line here, and just left click.
hmm, okay.
Okay. This is known as how to apply a breakpoint, and the process is known as debugging. So it can be asked you in two ways, that what is debugging and how to apply a breakpoint. The answer is same for the both, but the name is different. That how to apply a breakpoint, just go to this line and click left click. And what is debugging? So how, if I want to see that what type of working is going here, I will just apply a breakpoint over here. Now if I execute my code, now you will see it will stop here. And if I go to my console window, it has just printed the test. Okay, now suppose If I want to just print this line, I will just go here and say F10. I'm pressing F10. Now it will execute my code line by line. You see over here, now it is printing learning Selenium with C sharp, but it has not print test2 as it is on the line number 9, which is console.write test2, but it has not print because I have to press F10 again. Now, if I F10, now you see, okay, here, you see that it has print test2. Okay, so this is how you uh, create
Sorry,
debugging.
I have one more doubt here.
Yeah,
Actually, initially you haven't write read key. At that time, we get 3 lines of code here, right?
uh, if you're saying this one,
Yes, yes, yes. Hmm.
yeah.
Uh, now this code is not executed, but in our console screen, that 3 lines code is not there.
I can't understand your question. What type? Uh,
Okay, I'll tell you again.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Before you kept the console dot read key
Yeah,
in our that screen, black screen. What is that screen name? Sorry.
yeah. It's console. This is not console. Suppose if I run it again,
Hmm.
it will stop here.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now you have see that test is written because this line of code is executed, but
Yes.
this
Correct.
line is not executed.
Yes.
If I press F10,
Hmm.
now this line of code is executed, so
Okay.
it will print.
Okay.
Okay. Now code is here, but if I press
Uh,
F10,
can you do F10?
yeah,
Hmm. Again F10. Uh, yes. Initially, we get the next 3 lines code, right? After you putting that console.read key, that code is disappeared. Now this is commented, right? Read key,
yeah.
but those 3 lines not appearing here in console.
Uh, you're talking about these three lines.
No, 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 not these 3 lines.
Mhm.
Before you were writing console.read key, extra code is there in that black screen.
Yeah, like sometimes what happens, it depends on system to system. It
In your
depends on,
system only previously came, right?
yeah, it depends. When I starting coding on this system, if I
Mm-hmm.
don't put console dot read key, suppose if I say here, I just say here. Now this is a simple. Now if I execute my code, now you see it vanishes.
Sorry.
Sometimes it vanishes, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on system to system. Okay, now you see when we started our project, when I don't put the console dot read key, the line of codes are written here. Okay,
Okay. It's
okay. Suppose
disappearing only.
suppose if I go for the new project, just don't go away. Now suppose this is a simple project. I will just run this. Okay, this is a new project. I will just simply run this. Now you
Yes,
see,
these code I am asking about. C user
yeah,
case,
this
this is
this
for.
yeah, these are things. Suppose now if I write, suppose if I click, I am click any button, press any key to close this window. I will just
Mhm.
click it and it will close the window. But sometimes what happens in some systems, I can't tell you that what type of configuration is there. This code will run and the window will vanishes away. Just like click in the click of a moment, the window will vanishes away. So for that, we use console dot read key so that this console window will not vanish away. Now you see that it doesn't print all these elements. And if I say now, if I press can say space button, then it will ask me, so you want to close the window or not? Okay. So this is why we use console dot read key
Okay.
so that our console window will not
Yeah,
vanish
after
away.
entering any key, that text will appear. That's
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now this is so you know that what is debug mode. So suppose we
To
say
remove the breakpoint, what should we need to press? Same
yeah,
left key.
yeah, you can apply as many as breakpoints as you want. Suppose
How?
you can if I say my code is so much big. Now I will say three, three, then four, four, then five. Now I know that my code is giving error over here, and these lines of codes are doing fine. I don't
Mhm.
need that. I want to go for each. If I apply the can say breakpoint over here, and I want to, and then I want to see what is the coding is done, or what type of can say work is done over here. So after that, if I start my project, now it will come here. But right now, say F10. So to reach here, I have to press F10, 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 F10 again. Now suppose these are 5 to 6 lines. Suppose 50 to 60 lines are there between these two
Mhm.
breakpoints. Okay, so how can I do that? I will just execute my project again. Here, I just press F5. It will go directly to the next breakpoint. It will not look for these lines. It will go to the next breakpoint.
Okay, I
So
have one more doubt.
yeah,
Actually, now our execution came to 29th line, right?
yeah.
Uh, uh, I thought like now my code is having a problem at the 20th, 19th line. Can I jump to
No,
previous?
no, no, no. You cannot go back. You can go front only.
Mhm.
Okay. You can apply breakpoint here as well, but you
No, no,
cannot
no, no,
go
no.
back.
My point is, yes, okay,
You
understand.
cannot go back.
Okay,
Okay. So you have to be sure that I will teach you how to can say find error in the code. I will teach you that how because suppose the error comes and the line of code is like you can say 1,000 line of codes, but you are not getting that what is error in which line. I will teach you how to find that error. There are methods that you can find because right now there are only 29 lines. In the future, when you work on the project, there are maybe more than 5,000 lines. And you are not sure where the line of error is coming. Sometimes the error is like that. It is coming in the line 29, but error console window shows that it is coming in error number line 11. So
mhm.
you will always go for the line 11 that why it is what is error and you see that it is not going to give any error in line 11, but still my console window will give me error that it is coming error in you can say line number 11, but error is over here. So I will teach you how to find that error. Okay. Okay. So here the in this it is you can say the main thing is debug mode. This is known as debugging. How to debug my code. Okay.
How many points we can keep if I have 5,000 lines or
You can
9,000 lines?
apply as many 5,000 breakpoints in your code. If you have 5,000 lines, you can apply 5,000 breakpoints. You can
External
apply
breakpoint.
Yeah, you can apply as many as breakpoints as you want. Okay, so
If I keep a breakpoint on empty line, it will go there or it will
no, no,
skip.
no, no. It will not. If I click over here, it will not.
Okay.
Only when the code is there, it will. Okay, it will not go for the empty line. Okay, now why debugging is important? Because the you can say mm, uh, it will. You can say the execution of the code will be stopped. You can say line by line. Then it will jump onto the next line one by one, and then you can even put more than one breakpoint so that you can get the you can say get the where the error is coming. So what is the advantage of debugging in a project when you got some error and you don't know what where is the error coming from, then you can put breakpoint there. Okay, then you can simply add the breakpoint. Just the main thing is that uh, debug mode can say F10 and say line
Execute line by line.
one by one, line one by one. And if I press F5, then
It will take you to next breakpoint.
it will take you next breakpoint or run the whole code if there is no breakpoint.
Okay, if I have five breakpoints
Yeah,
and uh, my issue is at second breakpoint. If I want to skip next three breakpoints, how can I do?
you, if suppose the error is coming and you have put the breakpoint like five breakpoints. Suppose you have error
Okay.
here, but it is showing that it is error is here. Okay. Now if
Yes,
I run here, now suppose I press F5 again. Now, suppose here I will see what is the thing I am getting here. Right now, it is on the right line. Now, if there are functions like int a plus b, so it will give me the result of a plus b in one variable and what is a variable and what is b variable. So what type error is coming? Now, if I press F5, it will give me to the next line, but I can get over here and see that what type of things I am getting over here.
correct. Understand that one, but I am asking how to skip these breakpoints. If I want to execute
If
without
you
break,
put breakpoint, then your code will stop here. You just
there is no way
p-
to skip
no
breakpoints.
yeah no way. You just have to press F5. It will go for the next breakpoint. Okay,
Okay,
or F10 is for line by line. But if you have put breakpoint, the code will stop there.
okay,
Okay, you can do that like you have to go F5 then F5. You cannot you can say uh, run your project without go to that breakpoints.
okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so next, we have some data types. Okay, now we can say if I see over here, I will just delete till here. I can say int I equal to 100. Okay, now what does this int I equal to 100 means? I say in technical terms that this means there is a memory location whose name is I and value assigned as 100. Okay, so 100 has been assigned, 100 has been stored inside that memory location. Okay, this is a very good thing because when we talk about the objects, this will get very helpful to us. That what is this? Int I equal to 100. That there is a memory location whose name is I, can say, and value assigned as 100. If I go, suppose, mm, so int I equal to 100, there is a memory location. Now there is a memory location here whose, can say, value is 100, and this is the name of this memory location is I. I is referencing to this memory location. Okay. So int I equal to 100 means there is a memory location whose value is 100 and I is referencing to that location. So that means I equal to 100. Okay. So if I say, if I want to print this, I will say console.writeLine I. Okay. So if I run this, I see over here, so it prints 100. Okay. Now, if I say I will print like this, so is this right or wrong? I'm asking that if I print like this, it will print or not?
It won't.
Why?
Uh, I think you given that in double quotes, right?
Yeah, because this
Treat
double
as
quotes
string.
represents the string.
Yes, yes. If
Okay, so
you want to
it will
print anything,
it will print like I. If I
okay.
say run it, it will just print I
Mhm.
because it's in a double quotes, and the thing which is inside double quotes, suppose I will say inside, it will just print inside. Okay, so anything inside the double quotes is act like a string. Okay, so you don't have to put, if you want to print I, so you have to print I like this. Okay, so now suppose if I want to store decimal values, so here I will say 100.35. Now you will see that it is giving me error. Now suppose I will just run this. Now it say no, no, cannot into type double to int. So so storing the integer value, we have another data type which is double. Okay. Now if I run this, so it will print 100.35. Okay. So this is how you can store integer values, and the double will store the decimal values. Okay. Now if I say uh, int over here, now if I hover over my int variable and it says represents a 32-bit signed integer, read on instruct system dot int 32. Now suppose the thing is like I have this number. Okay. Now if I run this, it will give me error that you cannot store this value in this. Now you see it is printing the back, so it is giving me error. I want to print this one, but it is printing the back material which I declared like this, that 100.35 double. So to store this big variable, we have our data type long. So if I say, uh, you see, int is representing the system dot int 32 and represents, now this is represents 64-bit signed integer. And if I go over here and say, now you see a 32-bit signed integer. So to store large, you can say integers, we will use long. But both int and long, this is a key point, both int and long can't store decimal values. Okay. Now we have another data type we can which is, you can say, uh, bool t now equal to false. Now what is this bool? Represents a boolean which is true or false. Either it can be false or it can be true. This has to be there, but it cannot take any other values. It will give you error. Whether you take it in the string, it will give you error. Cannot implicitly convert type string to bool. So you have to declare, if you give your variable as bool, then you have to declare your variable either as true or either as false. Okay, but you have to give value to this. You cannot just declare like this. You have to give value. Okay, so as you see that it is declared but never used. So you have to give value. Why I'm doing this, you will get to know in some time when we going to code and when we use this variable bool, that why I'm declaring as true or false. Okay, so these are, you can say, the data types. Okay, now uh, for today's class, the time is over. We will continue with this tomorrow. That how to, you can say, if else statement, that how to do if else statement, that if is the greater than this, then do this, and else do this. Okay, so uh, that's all for the today. And if you have any question, then you can ask me right now. Otherwise, you can ask me tomorrow as well. Anybody have you have any question?
How many days it will take to complete our course?
It depends on your pace, because right now I have done, you can say, two classes in one class, and I will keep on my pace according to you. If you comfortable, then I will uh, can say speed up my pace. If you are not, then I will slow my pace depending on your can say can say memory. Uh, I will go for with my pace, but it will take around you can say 1.5 months, one and a half months, because five classes are there in a week, so it will take 4 to 6 weeks max, because after maybe
Total is
uh,
30 classes.
yeah, it's around 30 classes, because it's around, because after in my opinion 17 to 18 classes we will go for the framework, maybe
Okay.
20 classes depending on your pace, because I will give you the exercises, I will show you my code, then we will discuss it, and after that if you get it, then we will move forward. Otherwise I will give you another example so that you can understand it well. I will give you various examples, that what, just remain with me parallel, that if I done this, go to your system and install Visual Studio, then practice these things which I have done here. If you have any question, then you can ask me in the next class. And if you are getting error in installing, then you can pick the, you can say, snap of that error and WhatsApp me, and I will see to it. And if I'm available, then we will go for the small meeting. And if I'm not, I will just message you that what the cause root of the error, that you have to do this or that.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you be able to provide any material or interview question?
Pardon, I can't understand.
Uh, you will you be able to provide any material or interview questions like that?
Now, can say now this is the recording. I will give you the link of this recording as this is a trial class. It is a YouTube link. Okay. After that, I am again told you that in your login you will get your batch recording and the material.
No,
If
no.
you say, Mhm.
I am not asking these video links.
Yeah,
Any interview questions and answers like that
yeah,
notes.
yeah. I have told you about the. You can say this is a very good interview question, and in my you coming see
Yes, yes.
that I have pointed the important points like this, and there is a memory location, and I will show you that how there is a memory 100 over here, and the I is referring to that memory location. Uh, so
Okay,
I will note down the key points here. Okay.
okay,
And in the coming classes, when the exercises are there, you will get the exercises and you will get also that how to pick the material from any website, or you can say your exercise. You will get to know that when you get the exercise that I will give it to you, and material is there. You will get the material. Okay, don't worry
okay,
about that because I am just writing the key points over there. I will write every time I will write the key points in my class. That C sharp is case sensitive, that in debug mode F10 line by line 1 by line F5 is next breakpoint, and you can put as many breakpoints. So just watch my recording and write down your key points as well. You will get
okay,
that material in, you can say after 1 month, 2 months, you will get to know that what type of material in there is there in your Excel. So it will be easy for you. Okay.
uh, okay. If I practice each and every exercise and
Hmm.
follow all your classes,
Yeah.
then I can kept 5 plus years. Is that fine?
Can I put 5+ year of experience?
Hmm.
It depends on you can yeah, because when you start the career, you will get problem in 1 to 2 months. After that, it is can say it is same for all of the testers. That what type of error is coming for the 1 year experience will get the error for the 5 year experience as well. So it will be depending on your experience level that how many exercises are done by you. So you have to be done thoroughly all the exercises by I have to go this website, I have to go the if I go for this one website, just search on the Google and go for that exercise for the 10 websites. And if you finding problem in any of the website, just contact me. I will you can say I can say I will search for that error and give you the correct result. That what type of error is can say coming.
Okay,
It all depends on you that how much time you are devoting on your exercises, on your can study.
okay,
Uh, Watching the video is one thing, and doing the one website is another thing. So suppose if I gave you the this data type that how many data types are there, you will just go for the another data type that int a equal to this and b equal to this. Now int c equal to a plus b. So I want to write uh, suppose I want that now int I will give you exercise int a equal to 100. Now int b equal to 300. Now the exercise is that in this console dot write line, it should be written like the sum of a and b is whatever the result is 300. Okay? And I will write it like this. I want this to be printed over here. Okay, so this is your exercise that you have to print the result of int a and b here like this. The sum of a and b is 300. So you have to do it. So sum of a and b is 400. So this is your exercise. You have to print on this console window that as same. Okay, you can use
Actually, I
anything.
don't have
Yeah,
I
but
I'll use online C compiler and I'll
uh,
WhatsApp the code.
no, no, I can't get you.
Actually, don't have personal laptop to install Visual Studio.
Actually, you don't have any
Actually,
personal laptop.
it's a I'm, currently I don't find it by
Your voice is
anything.
breaking. Yeah, your voice is breaking. You just WhatsApp me. What's your problem? Uh, I think so. And for the other person,
Sure,
if you
sure.
are, uh, I think so. Naresh, you are getting my voice clearly.
I'm getting Arjit.
Okay, just
Able to
practice
hear
it.
you clearly, Arjit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, just practice this. I just want this to be written. If anybody wants this as an exercise, it can show me that I have done this. Okay.
Okay.
So, uh, 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 you have my WhatsApp number. Just pass your email, both of your emails to my WhatsApp, so that I can pass the meeting link to both of your IDs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So then, bye, good night, and we will meet tomorrow at the same time at 7:30 p.m. IST. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.